Alright, today I'm going to show you the hex conversion I've done on the front end of my Sand Rover. This is the re-release version on the DTO2 chassis. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to use some modern buggy tires, the four-wheel drive buggy tires, because the fronts are a little bit wider. I think that's going to look kind of nice. I know the original tires and the wheels they're classic, they're cool, and they work, but I wanted something a little better performance. I got a relatively inexpensive set of 2.2 four-wheel drive buggy tires, but as you'll notice, they're 12mm hex front and rear, whereas this originally had the bearings in the wheels on the front. First thing I'm going to do is remove the tire. Now, I've already disconnected the steering link, okay, and I've already changed these out to the steering links I'm using with my new setup. I'll go over that in a minute. You just have the two screws that hold that C-hub and the knuckle in place. Just remove that whole assembly. Now, I wanted to go with common parts, easy parts to get a hold of, inexpensive parts, something that everybody's got. I went ahead with Traxxas two-wheel drive, caster blocks, and knuckles. Okay, this is left side, this is an example. But you'll notice up top here, much too narrow to go between there. And in the bottom, it doesn't quite fit down in the bottom. But that's okay. What I've done, I'll show you, is I've left the top alone, but on the bottom here, you can see the difference here. Where, see right there, I've sanded that down to where that fits. Okay, so here's your caster block, your steering knuckle, bearings, axle, and of course your hex. Okay, so now I've sanded, like I said, I've sanded the bottom so that fits in there into the lower control arm. And up top, to take up the space up top, is the balls from just a regular Traxxas rod end. Okay, I'm using that as a spacer because that fits just perfect. Go ahead and put the screw back in through the caster block and through your spacer. And then go ahead and tighten that up. And that's all there is to it, really, other than your steering knuckles, because if you'll notice, the steering arm on this one is pulled in, whereas these are nice and straight. You can kind of get a better view of that right there. Okay, so I needed shorter rods. So I found these are unequal length because your servo's offset. I found a Traxxas rod that was about the right size and a piece of threaded rod on the other side. Okay, I used the Tamiya ends on the inside so I didn't have to change the balls on the servo. And I had some Team Associated ball cups and balls laying around, so I used those on this end. You could use standard Traxxas ends. You could use the Tamiya balls and rod ends, whatever you've got around, whatever you want to do. But then you just go ahead and pop that together. Later. And now you go ahead and put the put your new tires on, and go ahead, tighten it up, and you're all set there. Again, the whole point was it just opens up the variety of tires options that you have out there, and also using common parts that anybody either usually has laying around or can get at any hobby shop. Another